family, and welcome back to Redefine Podcast. I am, of course, your host, Boy, and this is going to be my first official episode that I'm going to release. I'm super excited. I'm sure you can hear her voice, so I don't even know. I feel like, I don't know, like, this is my little sister, this is my friend, this is someone that I know be praying for me. Y'all know. I call her Bree, but around the streets in OC,
oh my God,
they know her as Unspoken Views.
Hello, Miss McCoy.
So your case says Views. Is it just Views now, or is it?
It's Unspoken Views.
Okay.
I don't really want to walk around with an unspoken views across my chest like that. So I've learned to shorten it and make it sound cool.
I feel like it sounds good though. I like when I hear Unspoken Views, I think of your spoken word.
I love that, and that's why I can't take away the unspoken, because not being able to speak is what allowed me to use my voice to begin with.
It's so deep. It's so deep.
Knock
it
it off.
starts off
Oh
early.
my God.
Okay, so how are you?
Very good. I'm here.
How's family?
Family's well. Can't complain. My daughter's graduating to the 4th grade. Woo woo. Wife is working, doing her thing, making sure home is taken care of with me.
That's
So,
right. That's right.
I can't complain.
You know what? When I was with Tara, that was one thing that I loved. It was like this balance.
It was
a balance. Like, we were tag teaming everything, but then sometimes when it got crazy, it was crazy.
Yeah,
like,
because at the end of the day, we're both females.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Listen, me and Tara got into a physical altercation outside of Carl's Jr. and I was like, I will whoop your ass. He was like, bitch, I'll whoop your ass too. We was out there squatting, like, okay. And then I cried when I got home, like, I can't believe she made me hit her. It was ridiculous.
Was hurt, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But also, you don't want nobody testing your gangster.
Yeah.
So you have to solidify that, but not with fighting.
No. Do it with love.
With love.
Do it with love.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let's see. Where are we gonna start? Before we even go into you,
yes, ma'am.
What do you think about what's going on, like, in the world right now? The George Floyd, Breonna Taylor. I'm gonna give you a second to think about it, but Bree called me. I don't know.
Sims?
No, you.
Just kidding.
You. Bree called me.
Look, she didn't clarify. She didn't say views,
Hey, I'm sorry. Views called me. I was driving to LA, and she's like, I'm just calling to check on you.
Yeah.
And the world is crazy, and we literally had a 30-minute conversation, and she just poured into me. And I think in that day alone, I don't even know if anybody had asked me how I was doing. Like, I hadn't had a moment to stop, to just, it was just go, go, go.
Yeah.
And you were the first person that asked me, like, how are you doing? And I was really emotional that day because I was like, oh my God. Like, I cry for everything. You guys will hear me say that. Yeah, but I thought that was so cool because in a time like this, you stopped.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah.
And I don't know, that was big.
That's love.
That's love, yeah.
That's love.
And you did that because of everything that's been going on.
I did that simply because I love you. I have a connection with you. It's not every day, but God literally just put it on my heart. I was like, call her and see how she's doing today. I was like, okay, God, I'm listening. I'm gonna call and see how she's doing today. So to be here with you a few days later, and we're in each other's face, and you're smiling, and you're happy, and you feel good, and that resonated with you, lets me know, okay, sometimes I'm being used as a reminder for other people, like, hey, it's okay to slow down.
It is.
Did you make sure you were okay today? Because if you didn't, then let God use me to help you pick yourself up a little bit.
Literally, and that's what you did. You slowed me down.
I love you. Yeah.
And I after we hung up, I just kept the radio off and I just drove and I prayed, and it was like, it literally was such, it was so good.
Good.
It was so
That's
good.
energy though. And that's what unconditional love feels like. I would say, you know what I mean? It's not even about how long you've known somebody. You know, I've created relationships with people that I've known time spent in 2 years, but I love them.
Yeah.
Because they reflect that onto me too when they're dealing with me. So just having to slow down, as you were mentioning, it's not even really about slowing down for me. It's about just being still and allowing God to speak to me when I need to be spoken to, and
being obedient.
Being obedient.
Yeah.
Because you know we are in a position to where we had to be still in the middle of this pandemic, and I quote. But in the middle of this pandemic, I built my studio. You know, so now I get to work on the things I want to work on at home.
And you took out the middle person.
I took out the middleman.
Yes.
Like, hey, I still need help, you know what I'm saying? But it just, you've got to learn. You want something done best, do it your fucking self.
That's right.
And that's just how I feel.
That's right.
But shout out to everybody who has helped me along this way.
Right. Let me sprinkle that in.
Let me sprinkle that in.
Super
grateful for everybody that's kind of carried me, but now it's my time to just spread my wings and get into it. So with that being said, you know, looking at the situation that we're in right now, you know, this isn't something that's foreign to me, especially as an African American woman. You know, I advocate for stuff like this in my music. I'm a Black woman. The minute I wake up to the time I go to sleep, same thing goes for my child. So it's important to me that I'm aware and I'm consistent as far as my message goes. But
do you feel like
I want to say it's unfortunate. I want to say it's unfortunate, but it's like, man, I've been preaching this shit since Poetry Day, and I feel like a lot of people feel like I've been preaching it, but it's just like, don't stop. You know, our job right now, I think, is just to enlighten people as much as you can. You know, don't demean them because they don't know, but pick up a book. You know, read something opposed to just what you see on the news or having an opinion, because everyone has one, because this is my reality every day.
Do you think that your struggle is, I don't know, intensified because you're a Black woman and you're in like a same-sex relationship, or you are in a same-sex relationship? Do you think that has anything to do with like it making it harder at all?
No, because I don't have to wear that. You don't know I'm gay until I tell you. I'm Black. I'm a Black woman first.
Yeah.
That is the, whoa, because I can't change that. But because I know I can't change that, I wouldn't want to change that. I learned to embrace myself as a Black woman. I've taught my child to embrace herself as a young little Black girl. We're chocolate. You know what I'm saying? We're not on the light scale, and that's cool. You know, all Black is beautiful.
Right.
You know, but it's definitely a different conversation that has to be had.
What do you tell Ariel? Like, how do you pour into her for being a Black girl in Orange County and being probably the only Black girl in her class?
Good question. Because I think about times that I got bullied in school, like, you know, you're Black, you know, you're dark, you're ugly. I'm like, fuck that. Hey, you make sure you lotion yourself today. You know, it starts with little stuff like that. You lotion, you look good, your skin glowing, you know what I'm saying? Your hair's done, you know, you brush your teeth, your appearance is everything. So always keep that up. And I just tell her, like, you're dark skin, but you're beautiful. Yeah. You're beautiful too. You are the bomb.com, baby.
Right.
There's nobody that looks like you.
That's right.
So embrace that you're chocolate. And if somebody is making fun of you, it's simply because they can't understand it. Whose problem is it?
Right.
If you have to cry, cry. You know, feel that. But don't wear it because someone else is trying to make you feel like you're not worth it because of the color of your skin. That's dumb. Yeah. That's dumb. You know, I remember the first time, you know, she asked me, Mom, you know, how come, you know, Black kids can't wear the hoodies when they're walking up and down the street? And I had to have that conversation, like, because this was the result. Unfortunately, it don't have nothing to do with you. Right. Trayvon Martin went to the store for what, Skittles in Arizona? He was just trying to get his little snack. How many times have we done that? How many times have we done that? Yeah. You know, and yeah, I'm Black in Orange County, but that don't exclude the fact that I'm Black. Whether Black people in Long Beach or LA recognize that, because growing up in Orange County for a long time, you know, being in school and other African American kids would come from those demographics, it was just kind of like, why do you sound like that? And so I tried to like put a little twang in my voice. Like I didn't even say nigga for a long time because I just felt like it wasn't validated coming from me because I didn't sound black enough to other black people.
I see.
And it was like, that don't even make sense to me.
Right.
So I'm gonna continue to speak the way that I speak, and
it's gonna be what it is.
Lord willing, you know what I'm saying. You send people in my life that understand that and appreciate that.
Right.
You know. So I mean. It's just all about finding a balance.
Danny Marie, we have been telling her, I don't know for how long. I'm smart, I'm intelligent, I love my brown skin.
Yeah.
And we keep pouring that into her because she's starting to realize, like, there's different people.
Yeah.
She doesn't necessarily know there's different races, but she's like, sometimes she's like, well, mommy or daddy's brown, Mookie's brown, I'm brown. Mommy is peach, like you know, and so and so we're starting to tell her, well, you know, mommy is brown too. It's just different.
Yeah.
And so she's like,
different shades.
Yeah. And so she's like, huh.
Yeah.
Well, how come your eyes are green? And now she's finding things that are like, but you are brown, but you look like this.
Yeah.
And so we keep telling her how beautiful she is. Her godmother. Destiny always says every time she sees her, ooh, black girl magic. And so now she's like, I got black girl magic.
Yeah.
And I never thought of saying that to her.
Yeah.
But her godmother has said it. And so every time she does something great.
God for godmother.
Yeah. Every time she does something great, she goes, black girl magic, like our mommy says. And I'm like,
yeah.
You're right.
It's important that they know that. It's
Yeah.
important. You have to tell your little black children that they're beautiful and that they're worth it, especially little black girls. Because you think about the things that you did.
Listen.
You know what I'm saying? Looking for love in all the wrong places because nobody was there to help you understand what it is to validate Jesus.
It's okay.
Your beauty. And not so much to say that you have to wear the words people are telling you, no, but just like embed those things in them because they're positive. They're positive affirmations and they mean it so that if somebody does come up to them and be like, you're ugly, it's like, okay.
You're stupid.
You're weird.
I'm happy.
Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? Like, you know, you just, look, you ain't trying to walk around like your shit don't stink, but you're not finna sit here and tell me I'm
but
not
I feel
beautiful.
like, I watched a video on Instagram the other day and a lady was like, why do I have to be humble? Like, I worked for this. Like, I am great. I am this. And I was like, yeah. Like,
that's
I feel
confidence.
that.
Yeah.
Like, I feel that. And I think that there was a lot of things in my life that I could have avoided had I been confident.
Yeah.
So I want my girls, I want Michaela to feel like, you ain't the one because you ain't got this, and this. And not that she's better than them.
No.
But she's better off.
Yes.
So let's focus on like building you as a woman because I don't want them, dear Lord.
You know what I'm saying?
All the people that had access to me.
All the people that had access to me.
They didn't even deserve my time.
You know what I'm saying? Let alone,
I don't even have exes anymore. Like, I don't even have exes anymore. Let me tell you. People like, remember when you dated such and such? Who? I have a baby daddy. Yeah. And I have my ex that passed away. I don't have an ex other than that.
Sometimes you just gotta say, now we can go.
All right, well, we had a moment of technical difficulties, but we are back.
It happens, solid.
Like, it happened.
That's okay.
That means topic change.
Topic change. Let's do it.
All right. So, you are fucking amazing.
I'm regular.
Your music and your spoken word and holy crap. How did you get, I know there's, I mean, obviously because I know you, but I know that there's more. How did you get here? How did you get here? What, I need to know.
I mean,
because you didn't just become Unspoken Views. Like, everybody wants to work with you. You get so much love. You be doing them little freestyles with a group of people, and you know, sorry to other people that in the videos, but you be the best one. Like, I be like, listen to her. Like, it's crazy. But I know that there has to be, you're an artist. So I know that all this that comes out has to come from somewhere.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, you want the beginning or you just kind of want like the adolescence version?
I feel like whatever you want to share.
Okay.
What was the moment that said, I need to redefine who I am?
Okay.
And what was that? How did you get here?
Okay. You know, it was a really tough time. You know, I was in a very toxic relationship at the time. I wasn't making the best of choices, so you know, I ended up removing myself from that, but it also left me with nowhere to go. You know, so I had to stand on my own too. And as somebody who didn't really have their mother in their life and their, you know, grandmother who raised me is now in a different state, you know. How do I stand on my own 2 feet without being a burden to everybody around me? And thank you to everybody who's ever helped me in that time. I'm truly grateful for you. But I remember one night I was in my 1994, was it a Toyota? I don't even remember anymore, but you know.
Because you're dipping in the 2000 something now.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? God turned it around. He turned it around, baby. Fresh out the lot.
Right.
You know?
No miles on that thing.
No miles on it, you know. Settle.
Right. Okay. So.
At the time, I had my daughter living with my mom.
Which is hard in itself.
Just because, like, and that was a leap of faith, you know. My mom is a completely different story, but you know, I had to take that leap of faith because I wasn't willingly ready to like risk my baby if somebody saw us sleeping in the car together. Because I was sleeping in my car, and I was at the end of Melrose Street by the Walden Green Apartments right here in Brenner Park, and it was a full moon, and I just remember feeling like, man, I've made all these mistakes. You know, I've fucked up. I didn't burn bridges and relationships, people that give a shit, and I didn't feel like it was for me anymore. It being life, and so I had a fifth of Henny. I'm drinking that, and then I call my mom as drunk as I can be, and I'm just like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like I don't want to be here. You know, like I'm getting ready to like drive this car into the wall. This is over. You know,
and your mother is a woman of God.
My mom,
like,
my
your mom is.
She's an evangelist.
Yeah, okay.
So
you called the right person.
Yeah. Which is funny because I always call my best friend first, but Spirit led me to do that. And she was just like, Brianda, I need you to understand something right now. Like, you can't quit. You know, and I love you, and I don't ever want you to say or feel like that ever again. Promise me you won't ever say or feel like that again. And I was like, I promise. And she was just like, go pray, go give me a word, and talk to God and figure out what you need to do. I hung up, and the minute we hung up, I looked up to the sky. It's almost like I waved a white flag, and I was just like, okay, God, your turn. Like, let's go. And from there, it was just like, I didn't have a place to live. I still was, you know, when I was doing open mics at Zings every Thursday, you know, I was still sleeping in my car. I was still very much sleeping in my car, but I still showed up because it was a way.
Nobody would have ever known.
No.
They didn't ever know.
They didn't.
I didn't know that till right now.
Oh, surprise.
Damn. Okay.
You know what I mean? Because I had to find a way to use my voice and trust that God was gonna see me out. And you know, one of those nights my car got stolen from the lot. So I had nowhere to sleep. I had nothing, but shout out to my girl Kim for helping me during that time. You know, they found my car through the grace of God. But you know, just think about stuff like that. Like, you know, I still stayed humble. I still remained on the grind. And you know, that November when I did tell my mom, I'm gonna have somewhere for me and the baby to go, not knowing what I was gonna do. Luckily, there was a program called the Orangewood Foundation, and if you've ever been emancipated youth in the system, then they'll help you get your own place. You know, if you're from the ages 18 to 25, and I think I was
in between that.
Yeah, I was in between that, and so I signed up for the program. And that November, I went and picked up my baby from Ontario. She was staying with my mom, and brought her home. And I was like, right, you know, kind of around Christmas time too. So, you know, we had our tree, and I got her a bed, and I'm just like, okay, like, we can do this. And funny enough, it was the apartments right across the street from my best friend's house. So I was like, okay, now God is like, you're on your own. You know,
Right.
your crutch is right here. You know what I'm saying? You're not completely by yourself.
Right.
You know, and I just really thank God for that. I appreciate him so much for just touching me and open my eyes and being like, you have a gift, you have a purpose, you just have to fall into it. And I thought it was going to be poetry all the way through. I really did.
Right.
But then music came back around. And music has always just been in my face, but I've never just been consistent with it.
So was there somebody that like got you thinking like, let me get on this. Like someone that made you feel like I'm gonna, you know, music has been around, but
Yeah.
what started you there? Like what, when it came back, was it because of someone else, or was it just you decided to write a song? Or
I mean, at the time, me and my best friend, we were very like in the music, so we would always just sit and write for hours, just being locked in. But prior to that, you know, man, I remember the first time I wrote a rap. You know, the first time I really fell in love with hip hop was when I heard Far Side. Was it? Yeah, she keeps on passing me by.
mm-hmm.
And that was East Coast, and I was like, I like that. Like
Right.
I like how theirs
It's different.
it's different.
Yeah.
It's not like West Coast rap. You know, they're very storytelling. They're very wise in the way they put words together, and it was just different. It was a different kind of flavor, and I like that flavor a lot. So I took that and I started trying to find ways to rap. And I was 15, and I was sitting at the computer on Windows Movie Maker, and that's the first time I ever wrote a song, and it was on like all my friends' MySpace pages.
Right.
They're like, oh my god, she's a rapper, and you know, it was fun, you know what I'm saying? But the dude my grandma was singing with at the time was like, why are you rapping like that? Because the first line was like, Hollywood, yes I'm a star, young but I own about 15 cars. Where? He's like, if you gonna rap, but don't finesse a lifestyle that you don't live trying to be a rapper.
Right.
It's goofy.
Right.
So I had to take the hard way, you know, which means being more honest and transparent in my music and actually saying something, not something that's just gonna feed your soul for that moment.
Yeah.
No, I need something that's gonna resonate you for a lifetime.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's when timeless music comes in.
And I feel like we were listening to some of your stuff.
Okay.
Obviously, well, I listened to your stuff regardless, but
Hey.
we were listening to some of your stuff right before you came in the house, and Mookie was like, "Oh my God, she's amazing.
Oh, thank you.
That doesn't sound like what's on the radio. She's good." And I'm like, "Yeah." She said she's different, and I was like, "Yeah." And I thought that was cool because 17, sometimes she be listening to some stuff. I gotta tell her turn that shit off.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
Yeah.
don't bob your head to. That's too many bitches in that one.
Yeah.
Don't bob your head to that.
Yeah.
But when she heard you, it was like I just kind of saw her just grooving a little, and I'm like, okay.
I like that. Yeah.
And it touches everyone. Like it touches everyone, and
Music
that's
is
dope.
universal.
Yeah.
And for me, it has to be. You know what I mean? Like I just feel like, you know, we already got Young and Mays and the Brats out there. You know, this is Unspoken Views, and this is, let me say that clear. This is Unspoken Views, and this is who I choose to be. And you know, I thank God for the music and how it was so inconsistent in my life, because it gave me some space to figure out what I really wanted to say and how it was going to sound. And poetry helped with that too. Just very like, it's in your face, but it's got a groove to it too. Like you're not going to not hear what I'm telling you.
Yes.
So. You're awesome.
So awesome. I just love it. How do you? I feel like one thing with the podcast was I wanted to have transparent conversations.
Okay.
You are very. I feel like you've always been like, this is what it is. Like,
yeah.
How do you know? Like, how do you do that? Like, how do you find that to do that? Because I don't feel like it's common. I have gone through some things in the last couple of years, and nobody knows.
Yeah.
And it's because of the shame of it, the guilt of it, the embarrassment of it.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to like learn things now. Like, no is a complete sentence.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
I'm starting to know, like, this is my truth. I don't have to hide certain things.
Sure don't.
I can tell people things in wisdom, but I wasn't doing that either. I was just not telling them because I'm like, I don't,
Yeah.
like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I was hiding it.
Yeah.
How do you walk in that? Because you, first of all, I mean, gosh, I keep like telling you to answer me and then I keep talking.
No, go ahead.
You work, you're like in a male dominant environment, like music.
Yeah.
And so, even though they're cool, I obviously know some of the people that you work with.
Absolutely.
That I know that are family to me.
Yes.
But how do you do that? How do you stay transparent? How do you make sure you stay in your, you know, not stay in your lane, but
Right.
you still hold what you value with dealing with people that are very different?
I mean, because at the end of the day, what you gonna tell me?
I'm
Like,
not mad.
this is my journey.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And just how you said, you know, you can advise people in wisdom, but anything outside of that, that don't have nothing to do with you. So, and on top of that, I'm a very private person too.
Mhm.
And it's just, I enjoy my space. I don't really like the whole cliquey,
Mhm.
hey, we're all doing this on Tuesday. That's cool. I'm going to be at the house. Like,
Right.
I just find solitude in that. And, you know, I feel like my grandma has a lot to do with that too.
Mhm.
Just very like, look, you mind your business,
They don't
they
mind
don't mind
theirs.
theirs, you
Yeah.
know? So it just, I was raised like that. Like, you find yourself in some shit you don't want to be in, doing
Mhm.
stuff like that. But, you know, and it's also just a respect factor too. You know, being in a male dominant game, sport,
Right. Work environment.
work
Yeah.
environment, you know
Uh-huh.
what I mean? Look, man, you treat me the way I would treat you, which is respect.
Right.
That's it. Like, anything outside of that, hey.
Have you ever had to check somebody?
Yeah, I just had to check somebody a week ago, actually. I really
Wow.
did. Tore a new asshole and everything, but I don't have any regrets about it.
So what was, okay, obviously you can't, I don't want you to say names and everything, but what was it that made you feel like, oh, you're disrespectful, like now I gotta get at you?
Because you're not going to tell me that I'm not a leader because I don't want to follow your lead.
Mm.
If I followed your lead, I wouldn't be where I am today. I follow God's lead and only God's lead. And, you know, don't question the God that I pray to, because whatever God is telling you is not in alignment with what I'm telling you. But it's
Right.
like, did you personally talk to God? Like, you called him
Right.
and he was telling, because I know what my mission is. I know what my purpose is.
Right.
So you can't do that to people. I didn't appreciate that at all. You know, but I'm the type of person, you know, I will come and support
Right.
my brothers and
That's
sisters
true.
any way that I can, but don't make your sense of urgency my mission,
Mm.
because God
That's
might be telling me to
good.
be still right now. And if I jump and put myself in something that
You have no business in.
I have no business in,
And you have a whole family.
I have a whole ass family.
Yeah.
Like, and I think dudes forget that,
Yeah.
or it doesn't look like that, but it's like, oh no, this is very much the dynamic, you know what I'm saying? And it just means it's time to move on and elevate higher, you know. Not to say that I'm better or,
Right.
you know, fuck y'all niggas, y'all need me, you
Y'all
need
ain't,
me,
you
know?
ain't shit.
I'm the
Okay,
fucking
right.
David Ruffin of the show and shit. No, I'm just saying, like, I have a hard enough time by myself trying to figure out what it is I'm supposed to be doing and how God wants me to move, let alone let somebody come into my ear on that kind of energy and be like, nope, it's not you. Okay, well, God said it is, so God
And that's
bless
what
you
it
anyway,
is.
And I love you.
And you know, there's something else that I really like. I feel like ever since we've been friends, well, maybe probably since you've been older.
Yeah.
Maybe since you've been older, you speak of God so much. It is not a secret that you believe and you are a believer.
Yeah.
And that is something that I love. Because I'll say I go to church and I pray and I read my Bible, but I'm not a person where I will say things like, well, plant the seed if it speaks to me, or, you know, if you're a believer, you'll catch that. You're like, oh,
absolutely,
she believes that.
Yeah.
But you're different. like you, like, and how old are you?
26.
Technical
26.
difficulties.
Technical difficulties.
Right. So you said you're 26.
I'm 26. I'll be 27 this year.
Okay. We're in Long Beach.
Okay.
Yeah. It's once May hits, fireworks happen.
Okay.
It doesn't sound like fireworks. It sounds like bombs.
Right.
But they're fireworks.
Because you seen it in my
Yes,
house.
okay. I know, baby. It's the fireworks.
Okay.
And then, and I be getting real mad. Sidebar. I get real mad because I'm like, where the Long Beach police? Like, y'all be up here y'all be patrolling.
But don't want to stop.
But where are get the firework poppers?
Because people really be trying to take naps and stuff.
Girl, the dogs be scared. The babies
barking. It's awful.
They don't give a shit about us.
They don't care.
They don't give a fuck about
Unless
us.
we out there protesting.
Man, right? Then they gonna be out there for sure.
Gonna be a uproar.
Man, I hate fireworks.
That's okay.
Okay, so you're 26. You'll be 27 this year.
Yes, ma'am.
You are very open about what you believe.
Yeah.
And you stand in that.
Yeah.
And you stand in that because of.
I mean, we can blame it on the fact that my mom is an evangelist. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You want to talk the Bible, we can talk all day. But more so for me, it's just like my mother has always implemented in me, when you speak with conviction. You know what I mean? If you sound unsure, then it's going to come off like you unsure. So you better be sure when you open your mouth. And I just learned how to do that. So it's like my belief ties into that because it's like I know what God has seen me through.
That's good.
And like in every situation, and these are things I've had to teach my wife, because I'm like, you gotta have faith.
Yeah.
And I think she didn't really believe it until this last time. We had 10 days to move from our apartment. 10 days.
Okay. That's not even 2 weeks. That's 10 days.
That's 10 days.
Right.
And she's just like, we're just going to go back to a one-bedroom apartment. And I looked at her like, well, we must not believe, we must not be rocking on the same page. Or you not trusting God the way I need you to trust God, because God is not going to bring us this far and say, go back. I don't believe that.
Right.
A few days later, we're moving into a 4.5 bedroom condo that my daughter's daycare provider had up for rent. This is my daughter's daycare. The house was manifested through my child. She knew it in and out. We didn't even know it like that because we just went to pick her up from daycare.
Wow.
And so the daycare provider was like, look, I'm finna move into a house over here. Y'all can take this condo? It's like, yeah. And the first thing my wife says to me was, I'm gonna make one of the rooms a studio for you. I'm gonna help you build your studio. And I'm like, wow, thank you. But do you see now?
Right.
Though?
Right.
Do you see the power of faith and not, what are you gonna stress about? We only have right now, this moment I'm in with you. I could be thinking about going to the grocery store, but I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm here with you right now, and that's why I'm so firm on it. Cause I'm like, man, God, if there's anyone on this earth higher than you, show me. Cause damn, I've seen Him do incredible things in my life. Only 5 years ago. When people ask you, what do you want to be in 5 years? What do you see yourself in 5 years? If this wouldn't have been my answer, it wouldn't have. I don't know. I have no idea.
So imagine where you'll be in 5 years from
now. Yeah, it's humbling as fuck.
Yeah.
Because it's like, wow. Like, I don't even have my career yet. And people always like, when I get the money. I built my studio in the middle of a pandemic. Like, thank you, God.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's favor.
Thank you.
That's favor.
Thank you, because now it's like, now you can't say, and now you can't complain. Now you can't say you don't have enough money. You learn how to do it. You learn.
That's true.
That's why I'm so embedded in it, because I see it and I'm grateful to it. The times where I shouldn't have been here, I'm here. And it just I don't think people know me, but y'all don't know me.
Yeah.
It's not just about getting out of OC and I want to pop off on these niggas. It's traumatic as fuck being out here for me. It's hard.
Yeah.
That bus stop right there by the Taco Bell, Brown Park High School?
Uh-huh.
Imagine seeing your mama sitting there homeless and just having to drive by because it's court ordered that y'all can't, you know what I'm saying? Or for me, it's a testimony of look what you did. Look what you did. Look at how you turned it around and you put the generational wealth back into your family. Because at 9, I wasn't sleeping in my own bedroom. I was sleeping in a van with my mom. But when I get up in the morning, I open my door and my daughter's right there fast asleep in her bed, changing the narrative.
Yes.
But I can only do that through God's grace. So if God is saying go left and I go right, okay, fork in the road. Figure out how to load up your plate and eat.
Obedience is better than sacrifice.
Obedience is way better than sacrifice.
Yeah, obedience is better than sacrifice.
Yeah.
And you know what, and that is so good, because one thing that I commonly forget is where God has brought me from.
Yeah.
And it's because sometimes things get so bad. And I just forget. Like, I don't even know if I forget or if it's the overwhelming emotions, and that really spoke to me, because I oh my gosh, like in high school my mom was on drugs, and not just like a regular person,
you see what I'm saying? And not even to cut you off, but that's what makes me humble myself, because my mom wasn't on drugs. My mom was just bipolar and refused to take the medicine. You know what I mean? So it's like people's lives were really fucked up.
Yes.
So
no, you're good. No, my mother was on drugs.
Wow.
When my mom got on drugs 6 months after she had Mookie. Now thinking back, I think it was postpartum depression. She didn't know what it was. She just needed something. And all throughout high school, my mother was on drugs, and it was so bad sometimes. It was so bad sometimes. And there was just it was just me and Mookie rocking. And I took care of Mookie, and I got homeschooling for a year. And sometimes I think of where we are today, and we have a house.
Yeah.
And I still take care of her full time. I have full custody of her.
Talk about it.
And one of the hardest things is, I always tell her, is I'm trying to break generational curses that I don't even know where they come from.
Change the narrative. You have to.
I don't know where they come from.
Yeah.
And it's hard as hell when you ain't never seen nobody in your family do it. It's hard.
So then it becomes impossible to do. But it's like you're attempting to embed your fears onto me. But I've seen the promised land.
Right.
I've seen it. I know what it looks like. And it's like, it's the harder way.
Yeah.
It is, because it's not so instant. If I went out and made a song, okay, that's cool. It's popping. It's fuck a bitch, nigga, suck dick, woo, woo, hey. And then it's gonna be like, yeah, we like her.
Yeah.
But it's like, I can't, okay, look. You know how you go back to Lauryn Hill's Miseducation album? It's timeless music. That's things you can share with your children.
Michaela listens to Lauryn Hill all the time. It's good.
I took Ariel to a Lauryn Hill concert at the Hollywood Bowl or something, and it was beautiful. She's standing there rocking, singing the words to Zion and shit, and I'm like, yes,
that's what I want.
Yes,
that's what I want for my baby. Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Changing lives and touching souls is as young as that.
That's awesome.
I don't know, shit like that just gives me chills, because there's a message, things are being said. That's something it's food for your soul.
For real.
The fast shit is cool. I love it. I
twerk to it. I love it. Yeah.
But it's like, it's not gonna expire well, except for when you're having a conversation 10 years later and be like, hey, remember that one rapper such and such? Yeah, I wonder what happened to that nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like balance, and I think Drake is the perfect example of balance.
Why do you say that?
Oh, he can touch anything. He goes from trap to R&B to this nigga is in every lane. You can't deny.
Everybody loves Drake.
You can't deny.
Even if you don't love him, everybody loves Drake.
You cannot deny him. That's how great Unspoken Views is gonna be.
That's right.
You can't deny her.
That's right.
This bitch hopped on the techno song with Calvin Harris, and it sounds amazing.
Come on. Well, when you start getting them checks, can I get $5 out of every check?
I mean,
I just want $5. I'm a firm believer. If I just ask for $5
to the podcast.
Come
know
on.
What I'm saying? Because when you get the money,
come on,
you can do stuff as a tax write-off. So
Come
I'm
on.
investing in black businesses. You know what I'm saying? Destiny Dance Studios.
Shout out
got
to you.
baby. You know, and real talk, because Destiny really, she gave me a platform.
Destiny speaks life into people.
Yeah.
Destiny, let me tell you, Destiny, that's my sister. That's the one friend I got. She'd be the first motherfucker to put me on my feet. Like,
Yeah.
you need shape up,
get up,
shape up.
Yeah.
Like you're not handling your business.
Yeah.
Stop saying, like, Destiny and me bump heads all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing about Destiny is she will pour into me and she'll cover me in love, because she's like, no, I expect more from you.
Yeah.
My goddaughter deserves more from you.
Yeah.
And that shit, to have that friend, sometimes I think of things and I'm like, man, let me not even, because I know Destiny gonna talk shit.
That's how I feel
Like,
about my best friend. Yeah.
You know what it is?
Yeah.
And she's not a yes man.
No.
And she gives that studio, it's a blessing to her.
Yeah.
But she is blessing so many people.
That's what I love about her.
Yeah.
You know? And Destiny, like her, I feel like she's a lot of steps ahead of me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I don't know if that's because she's older or whatever, but she calls me and she consults me on things like, how do you think we should do this? And I'm just like, I love that.
Yeah.
That you trust me to help you with something for your foundation.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even got my shit all the way up like that. And just,
man, but that's
I
that's
love
what you
that.
think though. But like, I feel like you 26?
Yes, ma'am.
When I was 26.
Oh, man.
Okay. When I was 26, I was with David. I was with David, but David took care of me. And not that that's bad. Like,
No.
let me tell you this. I will say it. I love being taken care of. I like being a kept woman.
Okay,
Bash me.
Capricorn.
Listen,
Okay, Capricorn.
Bash me if you
Yeah,
want.
yeah.
But it was something that clicked after 26. It was probably after that, 26, 27. Haven't been long. Where I started wanting to get it on my own. And I was like, yeah, you're good. Like, you're good. And it took some lows in our relationship for me to realize, oh, wait a minute. Being kept is cool, but I can also be unkept.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if I get it on my own, you can't take shit from me.
You, nigga.
You can't take nothing
Not
from
a
me.
motherfucking thing. And that's why
But that's my
I be going
point.
so hard.
But my
Because
point is,
I've seen that
yes,
growing up.
yes.
When your TT do something for do-da-da-da-da,
Uh-huh.
okay, well, give me the motherfucking whoop-whoop
Yeah.
back, and then everything is just like, and I'm so
Yes.
glad God was like, get up to you,
Yes.
because it's like,
But my point is, you figured that out a long time ago.
Grandma.
You figured that out a long time ago. My mother's a kept woman to this day.
See.
My daddy still take care of her to this
wow.
day. Never worked, cooked, cleaned.
But see how you had to see that?
But I had to see it, and then I had to, and then I had to watch her get really low when my dad was an asshole, and I'm like, oh, I don't want that.
Yeah.
And then it took, and you know, no shade. It took David to be an asshole sometimes for me to be like, oh, fuck that.
It's hard.
It's
Because it's like, you literally have to pick yourself up.
man
You know what I mean? And like,
out of trenches.
from your experience, your mother always being kept, my experience, my mom is very much like, oh, I'm just waiting for my Prince Charming. I knew I was gay, so I was like, fuck that.
I don't even want Prince Charming to come.
But gay or not, it was just like, my grandma worked for Paxson, like at the factory, you know, where they get all the exclusive shit.
Right.
Every day, like fucking clockwork, 6 a.m, up,
Right.
getting to the money, man or not.
Right.
She still knows she got me and my auntie to take care of. She know that. So I got that from her, that get up and get it done, because ain't nobody else gonna do it.
Right.
Go get it.
Right.
Go handle your business. That way, you know what I'm saying? You don't ever have to look back and be like, oh, I let this and that slip through the cracks. And it's like,
But you've figured that out. Like, you have this mentality at 26.
does it look like that?
Oh my God, you're doing so good.
Oh,
You are doing so good. I am 30 and I am going through this like metamorphosis. Is that a word? I don't even know if that's the correct word.
You know what? Don't quote me on it, but we're gonna stand on it together and
Yeah.
say it's a
Okay.
word.
That's a word.
Okay.
I'm going through this whole process of transforming myself from the way that I eat, the way that I work out, the way that I talk to my kids, the way that when I argue with somebody and I won't even say nothing no more.
Just get quiet.
And I just get quiet because I'm like, let me sort through this. Let me sort through this.
Yes.
The way that I am like, I'm going to buy, I keep telling David, I'm going to buy a house. I'm going to buy it. I'm going to buy a new car. I'm going to buy it. Yeah, the stuff you give me is great.
Yeah.
But I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
And it's for me, but it's for the girls to see.
Yes.
And I want them to see it like, okay, she was 30, but she got it together.
Yeah.
I want them to see it because they're still in a place where that can be all they remember.
Yeah.
Michaela will remember the struggle and Danny will just remember the process. And I feel like what you're doing, oh my God, what you're doing is so good. Like you're 26, yo, at 30? At 30?
That's only in what? Let me see.
I'm not getting mental math. In 4 years?
Baby, yeah.
I just used my fingers.
Well, okay, look, I'll be 27 in November. How many months we got?
I don't know.
But
it's 4.
It's 4. We'll just say
10
4.
minus 6 is 4. I literally use my fingers. I tell the kids in my classroom, like, use your fingers. Those are tools.
Those are tools.
Those are tools. Don't let anyone tell you you can't use your fingers. It doesn't matter.
I love that.
But when you're 30, you're gonna be, oh my God. And then you got a supportive ass partner. She ride for you.
Okay.
Oh,
to the wheels fall.
Ride for
I
you.
be like, baby, do it. Huh?
She don't play.
She don't. And I love her.
That's,
you know what I'm saying? We come from 2 different worlds.
Yes.
We come from 2 different worlds. And, I'm not going to say much because, whenever my wife's ready to share that story, that's on her. But,
yeah.
Just respectively, man, she, it's different when you're in a relationship and somebody's saving you and opposed to, like, when y'all doing it together.
When you're building.
When you're fucking build. That woman slept in the car with me.
Building.
She slept in the
car. Oh my
gosh,
God, she did. When we were in San Diego. For Destiny's fucking birthday. Yes. And met up with us for brunch later.
Yeah. That woman.
And went out with us. Damn, I remember.
Yeah. And we was still very much like in the car.
You guys were dating. I don't think you guys were like.
We weren't engaged, married yet.
I don't think I was your girlfriend or anything. Yeah, we just knew that you guys were dating.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
She rocked and was just like, wherever you go, I go. This is what you want to do, I follow. You need my help? What you want me to do? You want me to get this together? Okay. Thank you. And now
that's partnership.
She fucking gets to relax next door in our bedroom while I'm in the studio next door to our bedroom, just like head banging and making tracks all day. And she's relaxing because
everything, all the work that we put in.
Shit, baby, you think wait till we get the pool by the house, baby. You know that? Cause I'm gonna put views at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? No, but I'm grateful to her. I really am. She's a light, man.
I always say, like, it's partnership. Yeah. I'm in the space where I've been with David we're together for 8 years. Mm-hmm. Partnership is what I want. Yeah. Now, I'm not opposed to marriage or any of that, but I want partnership because partnership is different. That's what y'all got. Oh, like that's you know what I'm saying? Like it's not you're gonna do this and this is what you're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Like it's we're here. What's gonna work for the unit? What works for the family? How can we build this up together? Partnership. Yeah. That shit lasts. It's hard.
It's very hard.
Because it's 2 worlds coming together, trying to make one.
Yeah.
But I always say also like paths. Like if we're on 2 different paths and we're partners, even if we go separate ways, it's still building the same thing.
Yeah.
And that's
we all benefit from it.
Yes.
And thank you. And I appreciate that acknowledgement because, I just be doing my thing, man.
It gets tough in there sometimes. It get tough in there sometimes.
It get tough. You know what I'm saying? It get a little tough.
Yeah, I've watched David sleep in one hit with a pillow. Like, I don't even like you. So I know it gets tough.
It gets tough. It definitely does, but balance. You know what I mean? And I'm so glad she's a woman that prays. I'm so glad that she's a woman open to you know, meditating with me, even though it's new for me. But it's just like, let's step into this thing together, you know, and maybe we both come out anew, you know. Let's just try that shit. I ain't saying we gotta do it every day,
right?
But you know what I'm saying? Let's try. And she's always willing to try. Like, I love that about her. It's never like,
that's why it works. That's why it works. Because I remember some of the. I remember. If y'all would have seen my face, y'all would have known. I remember some of them past things.
Off the record.
Listen, you have no exes. Nigga, you got a wife.
You know, that's it. There is no
nothing ever happened.
Nothing. I don't even know.
Jesus gave you Ariel.
Who these people? Okay.
Oh, listen.
The Bosaya. You know, we don't even gotta play that game.
Come on.
So, oh man, that's funny that you say that. That's so funny because as of recently, people have, you know, been going through whatever they're going through and their memories pop up and they send me shit from like
way back.
And I'm like, I'm not even gonna post it.
Right.
Baby.
I don't give a shit. Who do you remember when? I don't.
You know, because
do you remember who? Never met them.
It wasn't even, that was 5 years ago. It's not 10 years, so it's like I've evolved in so much time. I think
that's not even you anymore.
People are having a hard time being like, oh, that ain't you no more. Damn.
And they have a problem. Do they have a problem addressing you as this person? Because I find that sometimes where I'm trying to be like a bigger person and people still like, they want to get at me like how I used to be. And it's sometimes I have to figure out like, okay, Deanna, who you finna be?
Well, okay. Yes. I'll say yes. Because I wasn't always like, you're not finna tell me. It was kind of like, okay, yeah, it's fine.
Right. Let's do it. Right.
It's all funny, you know.
Right, yeah.
Let's just make a joke out of
it.
But at some point it was like, I will hurt you. So let's just calm down because I'm safe.
Right.
I'm safe. And let's just figure out how God wants us to work through this.
Right.
Because when people approach me now, especially people I've known in my past, they try to spring up old shit, like old ways and old habits, and I'm just like, I can't meet you there.
Right.
I can't meet you there. I'm so sorry that you're still there, you know, and I pray for you because I want everybody to win. I truly do.
Yeah. You say it all the time. You say it all the time.
I can't go with you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And just maybe
you're not better. You're not better than, but you're better off.
I'm better off just not being in this space with you. I don't care if we've been friends for 12 years.
Yeah.
You know, you're moving in a direction that I'm just no longer comfortable being. I have to shift from that. You know, it's not to say that you're a bad person.
It's a shift.
You know what I'm saying? I love you, but I just feel like sometimes too they just be a little timid with it now, especially because I be so firm on where I stand.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, be timid.
Yeah.
Be very timid, because if you try to come at me with some other shit, it's gonna be like we don't even speak the same language anymore.
Right.
That's so different.
You're so dope.
You're dope.
I know, but I mean you.
No, yeah.
All right, so as we get ready to close, I'm gonna do. Let's see, where am I gonna do? Orange County, really quick. You work with a lot of Orange County artists.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna start some mess. Give me your top 3 in Orange County.
And if I'm being honest, UnspokenViews.
Okay, that's 1.
UnspokenViews.
Okay, that's 2.
And then UnspokenViews.
Oh yes, you smart. She's smart.
Yeah.
She's smart.
Right now, I'm putting all my chips in on me.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You spend a lot of time betting on other people. You gonna lose,
baby.
So I'm gonna just put myself in all
Come on.
No, honestly though, I definitely do have my favorites. And you guys know who you are. I don't have to put you on the list to validate anything.
That's right. That's right.
I've worked with you, so I mean, we don't even have
Can we do a song?
Come on.
I feel like I want to I want to sing, and
I mean, you gonna come with the vocals, or you gonna get up in there and be like, oh, I need tea first?
I'm gonna need tea. I'm gonna need prayer.
Okay.
I'm gonna need auto tune.
Okay, I got you.
Okay,
so I just learned how to work the auto tune the other day.
I'm gonna need all 3 of them things.
I don't be using it.
I'm gonna need all 3 of them things.
I got you.
Before we leave.
Yes, ma'am.
3 things that you have to tell people. 3 tips. 3 things that you want them to remember of this conversation. 3 things that are like, you know, I don't know, your 3 things.
Okay. Well, for starters, if you're a Black listener, I fucking love you. Be proud of who you are.
That's right.
Be proud of where you come from. And you're beautiful. That's 1.
That's 1.
2. It's never too late to turn the page. Never. And I hate to sound like a cliche, but it all starts with making a choice. So the minute you decide this no longer serves me, or I don't want to do this anymore, your life can take a completely different direction.
Yeah. That's a good word. That's word.
Yeah.
That's word.
Completely different direction. And 3, just know you don't have to wear the person you used to be. You don't have to wear it. Get rid of those people that try to remind you, like, oh, well, okay, yeah, that was fucking 2 years ago, dude. What do you want? What do you want?
If it was 30 days ago.
You know, 2 weeks ago. It's just like, if you've taken the moment to take accountability and realizing you were wrong, or something didn't go the way you wanted it to go, whatever, just take a minute to reset, be in that moment. Hey, tap yourself on your hand. The world beats us up enough.
Right.
Go to God with it and be like, okay, how do I maneuver next so that I'm never in this again, or I don't have to wear those ugly things because it was you that made the choice in those situations.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
claim your roach and figure out what to do next.
Change the narrative. You know, change. That's what I'll leave y'all with that. That was probably 4 things. It's all about changing the narrative. You have the ability to change the narrative in the way you live your life, and can't nobody sway that unless you allow them to. That's it.
Ooh, girl, you finna preach. You finna.
If you turn your Bible to
right. Tell the people where they can find you at.
You can find me on Instagram at UnspokenViews, Twitter at UnspokenViews.
All one word.
All one word.
All right.
Capitalized, lowercase, don't matter. As far as my music goes, I'm on all platforms. So you just type me in, Tidal, Spotify, Apple, all that.
Pop.
You know what I'm saying? Popcorn, baby.
Hello.
I'm on all that, and just tune in, man. Tune in.
Thank you for coming.
Oh, thank you.
I appreciate you. This is a big deal to me, so I'm starting with my loved ones first. And
I mean, when you said you wanted me to be the first guest, I was just like,
I trust that. I trust you.
Oh, I trust
and
you.
And I knew it was gonna be easy. Not like easy, like but I knew that us talking, this is normal conversation.
Oh, for sure.
So I knew it was gonna be good.
And I pray moving forward, you know what I'm saying, that you continue to find your way in this whole thing. I'm so proud of you. You know, I've known you, I think, almost 10 years now, and watching you evolve has definitely been amazing. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
You know, y'all older than me, and I look up to y'all, and to see y'all do it, it's just like, wow, you know, y'all got kids, y'all got families and stuff too, and it's just like anything is possible. We all just gotta figure it out and bond together when we need each other most, you know. So you keep going.
Oh, you're so messy because you're gonna make me emotional.
Oh,
you guys, thank you for tuning in to Redefine the Podcast. Like, subscribe, tell somebody, share it with someone. I cannot wait to come back together and spend more time with you. Love y'all.